Welcome. If you are here, you probably already know me, but I'm Chad, and you also probably already understand the value of making your content faster. But if you don't, I'm going to spell it out for you. The content game, the game of making yourself and your ideas and your voice and your projects visible on social media is about frequency. I have them written down right here: volume and clarity. I'm going to say those three things again because I want you to remember them as I go through every single module of this course. Frequency, meaning you need to be posting on at least one of these apps 3 to 5 times a day until you have 10,000 followers. That's the metric goal that we are setting here. Volume means you have to have so much content that you don't run out of content so that you can make it to that 3 to 5 times posting at least a day until you get to that 10K. And clarity. Clarity is what you see me demonstrating right here. You see me clearly. I am the subject of the image. There's nothing obscuring your view of me. My background does not distract from me. My lighting is good. You hear me. You can tell that a message is coming up through my body and into this camera, into your ears and eyes so that you can understand me. That's what clarity is. I am here for a specific purpose, which is to tell you something, which is to tell you how to increase the speed of your content production and posting so that you can get where you need to go faster. But you already understand that because you already bought this course. So let me move on. Now, I'm going to tell you to set the table here. If what you're here for is specifically to find my process, like to learn exactly how I make my content fast, that's the last module. But there's some important things that we need to talk about before we get to that, to the actual activation or tactical information that comes with your process. There's some things we need to address first. For instance, fear and confidence, because I know that's the real barrier that blocks a lot of people from making their content faster. But what I'm going to tell you as well in this introduction is that in this course, true to the craft, right? The craft of content, I am going to do this whole thing in one take, no edits. So if I stumble over a word, I'm just going to say it again. If I feel like an imposter at some point, I'm just going to keep going through because I'm trying to demonstrate to you good examples of how to make your content fast. What's important in making your content fast is that you don't exhaust yourself in the process by trying to be perfect, by trying to be somebody that you're not, by starting to do spiel talk and start giving a speech when that's not what the audience is looking for. I am just trying to get the information that's in my head, the feeling that's in my body, into yours. That's it. That's called moving an audience. That's what you want your content to do. The energy, the feeling, the vibe that you have, you want that to go through that camera and reach somebody else. You don't have to be perfect to make that happen. You just have to be human, okay? The more that you can let that seep in, perfection is the enemy, humanity is the goal, the faster you will be able to get your ideas into the phone, into the computer, into the social media apps, and into other people's heads and ideas and thoughts and conversations, and they'll start sharing your ideas. That's how you make fast content, okay? So let's let go of the idea of perfectionism for just for this course. If you can, go with me. Let's see if you can see how it helps me in getting my communication across, right? In content, we're not trying, this is not to win an Oscar. You're gonna see me looking at my notes. That's okay. You're gonna watch me stutter. That's okay. You're gonna see me think for a second. Did I say the right thing there? Maybe I should start over and go back to this part and do this again. That's okay. It's just content. Frequency, volume, clarity. That's our goal here. If you want to go faster through this, because I am speaking very deliberately because that's how I talk when I make content, because I want people to understand me, just turn the video up to 1.5 or 2.0 speed or whatever so you can fly through it. Obviously, you can jump around to different pieces. And when we get to my process, I'm also going to offer you a checklist so that when you go get your own process to make your content in 10 minutes or less, to make each and every one of your posts in 10 minutes or less, You will have a checklist you can use to do it. The last thing I'm going to say in this intro before I jump into the next module is this. Besides the fact that we know we need to post content fast, besides the fact that we need volume and frequency to break these algorithms in our favor and to reach people the way that we want to, right? Because I got 50-something thousand followers, that doesn't mean 50,000 people see every post. So sometimes I have to repeat things, right? We understand these things. But besides all of that, another reason why we have to make our content fast and let go of the idea of perfectionism in doing so is because content is supposed to support us. Our content is supposed to go out to the world and work for us by building our audience, building our traction in our industry, showing people what we have to say and what we can do, what we might be able to say and do with bigger budgets behind us than the free 99 that we're using to produce this content. But the reason why we need it to support us and not us to support it is because we want to get back to our real lives. We don't want to spend our whole day making content. We want to get back to spending time with our loved ones, taking care of our responsibilities, going on a walk with the dog, working out, going to play basketball, going to see your friends, whatever the case may be. And so for that reason, I didn't go do a whole thing to get ready for this video. You know, anybody who does hair and makeup usually before they go on camera, whatever is the most scarce, whatever is the least you can do to make yourself feel comfortable in front of that camera for your content, that's what you want to do. And frankly, that is what the algorithms favor. They're looking for human faces and they're looking for something that looks like real life. So the more you're willing to show up and look like real life, the faster you will go, the more fun you will have, and the quicker you will get into a process of making, producing, posting content that's gonna work for you. All right? That's the end of my intro spiel. I'm gonna stop this thing. I'm gonna pull out this phone that's gonna have my outline on it so I can go through this with you. I'm not gonna try to be perfect. I am gonna make content fast and you're gonna see the value of it. It's going to prove to you that you don't need to spend 4 hours making something that is of value. Thanks. See y'all in the next module. Peace.